Hello students, hope you all are keeping fine and in good health. Take care of yourself and other family members. Before starting the lesson, I would like to give a brief introduction about the book which we are going to follow from the next academic session 2020-21. Book of Science published by NCERT, National Council for Educational Research and Training. This book, the Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, follows this book throughout India. So, to keep our students also at par with the other students, we are going to follow this book from next academic session. So, let us start the first lesson, Nutrition in Plants. Students, you know, nutrition, every living organisms need food for their existence. What does food contain? Food contains certain components like carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals and fats. Children, do you know what is this components called as? These components present in the food are known as nutrients. These nutrients are very essential for the body of all living organisms. You know, all living organisms live in the different habitat, in the different surroundings. Their body structures are different, their habits are different. Therefore, the mode of taking food is also different. So, this mode of taking food by various living organisms and utilizing it for their body function is known as nutrition. So, what is the definition of nutrition? Mode of taking food and utilizing it for body functions. Therefore, the nutrition can be classified as two types. Nutrition is classified as autotrophic and heterotrophic. Students, you know, only green plants can make their own food. Auto means self and trophic means nourishment. Therefore, autotrophic means self-nourishment. Only green plants can make their own food. Therefore, the examples of autotrophic are green plants. Similarly, hetero, the literal meaning of heterotrophic is hetero means others and trophic means nourishment. Therefore, the nourishment from other organisms. Therefore, heterotrophic means those organisms obtaining nutrition from other organisms. Therefore, the examples we can take as all animals and also non-green plants. Animals and non-green plants are coming under the group of heterotrophic organism. Today we will study about the autotrophic nutrition. For green plants to make their own food, they need certain raw materials. Do you know what are the raw materials needed by the green plants for making their food? Green plants make their food using water, carbon dioxide, minerals, and in the presence of sunlight. Therefore, we should know how these raw materials are reaching to the plants. That is the main topic that we are going to study today. So, in this subtopic, autotrophic nutrition, we shall learn how green plants make their food by the process called photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, plants need some raw materials. These raw materials are water, minerals, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Students, do you know where do the plants make their food? They make their food in the leaves. Therefore, the leaves are known as food factory of the plant. So, to make the food, this all raw materials should reach into the leaves. Therefore, we will see how these raw materials are actually reaching to the leaves of a plant. First of all, we will see how water is reaching to the leaves. You all know that the plants are fixed in the soil by root. These roots can absorb water from the soil along with the dissolved minerals. But how do this water and minerals reach to the leaves? It is done by a pipe-like structure. Actually, it is a bundle of two tubes called xylem and phloem. Xylem carrying water which is absorbed by the roots and it is carried to the leaves through the xylem tubes. Phloem does the work of sending the food prepared by the leaves to all other parts of the plant. So the water is reaching to the leaves of a plant by the xylem tube. Then carbon dioxide. How do carbon dioxide reaches inside the plant? In a leaf, there are certain tiny pores, small hole-like structures which are found on the surface of the leaf. Actually speaking, these pores are found under the leaves. They are the tiny pores which can take the carbon dioxide into the leaf. These tiny pores are called as stomata. So, what are stomata? Stomata is a tiny pore which is present on the surface of the leaf through which the carbon dioxide can enter into the leaves. Now, all green plants, in the previous, initially I told you that autotrophic nutrition, the best example is green plants. Children, do you know how the plants get their green color? Plants get their green color due to the presence of a green pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. So what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment. This green pigment present in the plants actually give the green color to the plant. And this chlorophyll has got a special quality that it can absorb the energy from sunlight and utilize that for the process of photosynthesis. So what is the use of sunlight in the process of photosynthesis? It is for absorbing energy from the sunlight. So this way all the new raw materials are reaching to the plants, exactly speaking to the leaves of a plant. And when these raw materials combine together in the presence of sunlight, they make carbohydrate and give out oxygen. This reaction can be represented as carbon dioxide plus water gives carbohydrate plus oxygen in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. This is the word equation for photosynthesis. So what is this representing? This is the process of photosynthesis. This process of photosynthesis we can also represent using a diagram. Let us see the diagram. The roots which absorb water and is taken through the xylem tubes. Through this stem, the water enters into the leaves and they get sunlight. So the sunlight is entering into the leaves. It is absorbed by the chlorophyll and from air they take carbon dioxide enters into the leaves from the air through the stomata. When these three things are combined together, water plus minerals, the food carbohydrate is produced and oxygen is given out. So in this process, the sun gives the energy to the plant. That energy is utilized by the leaves to prepare carbohydrate, and in this process oxygen is given out. Students, here we get a very important concept that sun is the ultimate source of energy for the all living organisms. Do you know how it is? Sun gives energy for the green plants. Green plants make their food by the process of photosynthesis, and that energy is flowing into the other living organisms. Therefore, for every living organism, sun gives the energy directly or indirectly. Therefore, Sun is called as ultimate source of energy. Ultimate source of energy. Now let us see the structure of stomata. Here we have a leaf. If we take one small portion of the leaf and see it under a microscope, we can see the stomata in this way. Here there is a special cell called guard cell, which controls the opening and closing of the stomata. This is the stomatal pore. Opening and closing of the stomatal pore is controlled by the guard cell. So this is a microscopic view of stomata. Students, here are some questions for you to solve. You can solve this, and if you find any difficulty, you can write it in the comment box. I will try to solve it in my next video. Hope this video is useful for you and you enjoyed it. And stay home, stay safe. Thank you.